Now, relationships are not easy. Sometimes they require extra energy and extra effort for us to put in to be able to reach our ultimate goal and ultimate potentials. But sometimes relationships are so toxic that prevent us from moving forward or making our goal or reaching our true desire. And at times, we're so overlooking our relationship that we're forgetting the good parts of it. We only realize this when it's too late. But the thing that you have to remember that it's never too late. Starting today with this little exercise, this 20 to 15 minutes exercise, you could exactly look at your relationship from a third person's perspective. You could better understand your relationship. You could better fix a problem if there is a problem, and you could better give your partner the credit that they deserve. Let's get into it and how this little exercise works. The first thing that you need is 3 pieces of paper and 15 to 20 minutes of your time. So try to remove yourself from any distraction, for anything that prevents you to be you in that moment. Maybe turn off your phone, close the door to your room, or maybe let people know that, hey, you're doing something important, you need a little time to yourself. Now, once you have your proper place and time set, sit down and grab the first piece of paper. Now, in that first piece of paper, I want you to write down and I want you to imagine. Here's the thing, you have to use your imagination for this part. And I want you to imagine the best relationship on the planet. Whatever you think or whatever you believe a healthy relationship has, I want you to write them down, one after the other. For example, a good healthy relationship requires the partners to be honest to each other. So honesty goes number 1. Faithful. Every relationship, in order for it to survive, you have to be faithful to one another. All of these things that you think are important, you're gonna list them down. And once you have them written down, you're gonna go back to it and start giving them stars. Stars from 1 to 5. Depending on which one takes priority for you. So maybe being faithful and being honest gets a 5-star because they're really, really important. Chewing with their mouth closed is not as important, although it's nice, but it's not as important as being faithful or being honest. So maybe that gets a 1-star. Whatever you think is important for you, this is how you will rate it. Then once you're finished, you put that aside. You go to your second piece of paper. And in that piece of paper, you're going to write down every single negative aspect of any relationship. And you're going to write them down one after the other. Just like, for example, being unfaithful, being dishonest, being late, forgetting important dates. And then, just like the first part, you're going to go through it and you're going to rank it from 1 to 5. From the least important to the most important. So for example, being unfaithful gets a 5-star. It's a horrible thing. Being dishonest, it's a horrible thing. It gets a 5-star. But for example, being late is not as important as being dishonest. So maybe it gets a 2-star or a 3-star, depending on what's important to you. And you're gonna write every single one of them down. Once you have these 2 pieces of paper written down, you're gonna put it in front of you. And then you're gonna get your third piece of paper. You're gonna put your partner's name on top of it. And then you're gonna divide that paper by half. On the right side, you're gonna go to that first piece of paper that you wrote down all those good things, and you're gonna look inside of it, and you're gonna see which one of those good qualities do you see in your partner. And then you're going to write them down. Now, in this part, you have to be honest. You have to be unbiased. And you have to look at your relationship realistically. So you're going to write every single thing. And remember to give them the credit that they need. And then go to the left side and bring the second piece of paper. And now you're going to write down every single negative quality of that relationship that you see. Are they dishonest to you? Are they unfaithful to you? Are they lying to you all the time? Are they late? You're going to write them all down. And then remember those stars, you're going to put them right next to each one of them. And then you can sit down and actually grade your relationship. You can give it an actual number. What is your relationship looks like? And then you can decide. You can look at your relationship from a third person's perspective. And you can truly analyze your relationship. Whatever it is, this part, you have to be honest to yourself. You have to look at those numbers and really, truly rank your relationship. Does the good overcome the bad, or does the bad overcome the good? Does the good truly takes over everything, or is it so bad that it's unhealthy, it's toxic, and it's destroying your life? This is a part that you have to be honest to yourself. Write these things down. Look at your relationship from a third person perspective and truly be honest to yourself. If you see a problem and you realize that it's worth fixing, it's time for you to fix it. If you're overlooking the good part of that relationship, it's time for you to give your partner the credit that he or she deserves. Or if it's something that is so toxic and it's destroying your life, it's important for you to take steps, take action, and be your true self. It's all about you being you. What helps you achieve your goal? Because it doesn't matter what type of relationship you have. If you have the best relationship in the world, or if you have the worst relationship in the planet, the moment you go to your bed, you close your eyes, it's only you and your own thoughts. How are you dealing with your own thoughts? Are you satisfied with your choices? Or do you need to make a modification? Whatever it is, it's time for you to be you and give yourself the credit that you deserve. Because here's the thing, you deserve it. You don't deserve to suffer. You don't deserve to be mistreated, or you don't deserve to be not heard. Listen to yourself, talk to yourself, and ask yourself, is this relationship really helping you get from point A to point B? And if yes, how is the journey? Sometimes you forget about that journey piece. How's that journey? And then once you have that figured out, it's time for you to take action.